That's not how you do it. You have to grab it, hold it at this angle, and tap the ketchup. And this is me being
Wait, are we talking about ketchup or your lady?
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Restaurant Punk!
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Restaurant Punk,
George? Nick?
What's up, sexy motherfucker?
What's going on? That's right. God damn it.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nice.
Does it feel like it's been a while?
It's been a while.
What do you guys been
since
doing?
I've been what?
Why haven't we seen each other in a while? Why?
Why?
Why? What's the
know
problem?
why.
You don't like me anymore?
Nope. You're too mean to us.
I'm too old. I don't have any more information to give.
Yeah.
It's all over. The wisdom's out.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel, Nick? Tell me how you really feel.
No, it's not it.
You're too gray.
You're too gray.
Yeah. Your pants are not
Yeah,
tight
what do you
anymore.
think, right?
No,
I'm
I don't like it.
No?
No.
You shave it
You're
or?
like a Greek Santa Claus right now. Give a little
Greek
kid,
Santa Claus?
Yeah, give a kids a little spano here and there.
Sexy Greek Santa
Yeah.
Claus, right?
You get a
So for
baklava.
fuck's
You
Santa
get a
Claus.
baklava.
Is that what Greek Santa does? He gives out spano.
Yeah.
He does in baklava.
Americans, we get toys. Greeks, you get spano because you get baklava.
Spano.
Here's your dollar. But so you just like put it in stockings.
Listen, you guys look great today.
You look amazing.
Stop it, you.
I know.
You ain't got to tell me twice. So,
What do you got?
what do you got? What do you
What do
want?
you got? Oh yeah.
Why is it that whatever you're doing in your restaurant, another restaurateur thinks you're doing it wrong? Should I repeat the question? Or it's more of a statement. So after all these years, I've noticed no matter what you do, would you say that restaurateurs are supportive of each other or more opinionated? I feel like they always have an opinion. I feel like
Everybody always has an opinion. That's 100%.
is there a part of maybe 10% you can use and 90% you already know? Or I've had a restaurateur actually show me how to pour my ketchup. So I took the ketchup bottle.
Okay.
I was putting it on my fries. He said, no, that's not how you do it. You have to grab it, hold it at this angle, and tap the ketchup. And this is me being
Wait, are we talking about ketchup or your lady?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, how do we feel about our contact with other restaurateurs? Why is there a right way of doing things? Is there a wrong way of doing things? It's a broad topic. Maybe we can kind of slim it down a little bit for our listeners.
How open in mind is the restaurateur? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think there's always going to be like, people are always going to have different opinions about everything that it is that you're doing. There's never going to be like, somebody's always going to have something to say about anything that you do. And you're always going to have your opinion about what other people are doing too in their restaurant. Like how many times do you even go into a restaurant, any restaurant, not one of ours, but you walk into a restaurant and you look around and you have like ideas or critiques in your
100%.
mind.
All the time.
You know, you're always like looking around. You're always going to see something.
1 billion%.
And it's always going to be, not necessarily the way that you would do it or the way that you would have it be presented. It's just never going to be 100% the way that you would do it.
Because everybody's different. Every mindset's different. How they work with their employees, how their design of the restaurant layout is.
But that doesn't mean that it's a bad, like whatever they're doing is bad or it's a bad concept or a wrong concept, especially if you look at places that have been around forever. I mean, we talk about like all the time, like just even comparing like a diner to the way that we do something. So now imagine like, going in and there's 1,000 things that you could go and look at a diner and critique, but it's not the thing that you're doing. It doesn't mean that the way that they're doing it is wrong. It's just not your style or your flair of how you want it presented or done.
But do you go to the owner and say, hey, I think you should do it this way, or do you just shut your mouth?
Well, do you know each other? Do you not know each other? Are you acquaintances? Do you see each other at church every Sunday? Do you say something after service?
I mean, it's always
while you're at the buffet and say, hey,
Or do they come to you? Or does if say you walk into a restaurant and they know who you are, like, oh, how do you think about this, Yanni? What do you think we should do here?
I believe I have a little bit of an ego. So when another restaurateur, when somebody tells me something, I tend to blow it off, and that's immature on my end. But it depends on who that person is. If it's somebody that's, I don't know, is that wrong to say? If it's somebody that's equal or of greater that I can learn from, my ears are perked up. If it's somebody where I've forgotten more than they've known, I think I just automatically shut them
it off.
down.
Yeah, I would.
Right. Yeah, that's a bad thing. But
I mean, like, what are they telling you now? They're gonna come up and tell you like, okay, here's the ketchup, or are they gonna actually have like some kind of like stimulating like restaurant conversation?
The first thing that comes to mind is 2006 at George's Place, and we were opening for dinner, and in the front, I turned the lights out, so all the lights inside were on. But the outside lights, so picture like your home, your outside lights were off, my inside lights were on. Why? Because everybody on the block had their outside lights on. I had my outside lights off. So as people were walking by, there was a full restaurant, but I want to stand out. So I didn't want to join the club. So of course I have, excuse me, and no disrespect at all, but the hot dog cart guy from Philly, who I know very well, goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I said, "What?" He said, "Why you have the lights off? You're losing customers." And I just want to strangle the living fuck out of him. And I'm like, just shut the fuck up and let me do what I do. And that's it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Because if I turn the lights on and I'm not busier, I'm going to blame this fucking guy. So I usually like to go with my gut.
Sure.
But between us, the first thing I look at when I go into a restaurant for some sick reason are the ceiling vents. Or HVAC. I look for, is that wrong? I kind of feel like that's the bathroom thing. Because a lot of people say if I go into a restaurant, the bathroom's dirty, that means the kitchen's dirty. Is that really true, guys?
No.
No? Yes? No? Maybe?
I don't think so.
I like to think that if you're paying attention to your bathroom, then you're paying attention to everything.
Yeah, if your bathroom's clean, I'm pretty sure your ceiling fans and your vents should be clean. I mean,
you think? Yeah?
I don't know.
I feel like I could go on top of some ceiling fans and wipe a nice amount of dust. You know what I'm saying? So, I like the diner analogy because there's no real identity at a diner except that they're a diner.
I was going to say that.
I haven't said it in a while. I think I need to say it once a year at least.
Right.
But have you guys ever had situations where somebody has given you advice and in your brain you were like, fuck off? But
yes.
To them you were just like, nice, and say, hey, I appreciate your opinion.
I don't say appreciate. I just say, okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's it. But like an asshole or like a know-it-all? Because I feel like I've done it like an asshole before.
Depending on like how the person approaches it, it happens always at Shimoda. It always happens like, oh, this is so wrong. You're doing this all wrong.
We're not talking about customers though. We're talking about fellow restaurateurs.
They are fellow restaurateurs.
Right.
And they said you should do it like this, this, and this. And if they come across like a dick, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, buddy, thanks. If they actually want to mean something, that'll be a little bit nicer, but I'm still not going to listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take a lot for me to tell another restaurant unless they asked my specific opinion about something.
Right.
I pretty much would keep my mouth shut.
Right.
So I'll go ahead.
Sometimes I mean, like it can be hard, like if you know somebody.
That's what
like,
you have,
like if you know somebody and you're like, oh, like I think like maybe you should try this or try that.
Yeah, like I'll talk with Nick or Pete, like from the group, about like if they say something, I'll listen to it and I'll take it into a heart. But somebody outside the group that doesn't sit at our table, nah, I don't got time for you because they don't understand what we do or how we run our restaurant.
Well, I think there's certain things like, are we all in agreement that like OpenTable is a necessity?
Yes.
So if we go to one of our fellow restaurateurs and say, hey, you really need to get on OpenTable, is that really an opinion or is that a fact? This is where I'm looking for the line between.
Well, I think that's a fact more than anything right now because where we are.
Well, yeah, I guess for certain things it goes by your demographic and again what kind of establishment you are.
How do you run your establishment?
And how you're running things. Yeah, like obviously again, back to the diner. Diner isn't using OpenTable. They don't really have reservations. They're just taking walk-ins. So, for them, like they don't need OpenTable. So you're going to go to the corner diner and we're going to say, oh, you really should be on OpenTable. This is where you get those reservations. They're going to, they're going to get the fuck out of here, but really, I've been running my diner for, 20 years here now. I've been in the diner business since, you shit mustard. And they're going to tell you what.
Shit mustard?
Shit mustard.
Yeah.
No, you shit tzatziki.
I've heard this shit mustard a lot.
With extra garlic.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But it goes hand in hand with like what it is that you're trying to do. Now, if you're going to another place and it's a small restaurant or, they're trying to get reservations and you have different reservation platforms, yes, in our area, OpenTable probably is the most used application in our area.
Well, I don't know much about Resi, but Resi's coming in hot right now.
Resi does exist, yeah, but again, there's another one too that's like based out of California. I forget what it is right now. That's also really popular. But like you wouldn't have that,
yeah,
in our area. But some reservation platform is important because it adds exposure. Or where are people going to find information immediately about what's local?
So I'm a fellow restaurateur and I come to your restaurants and I say, what are you guys doing with OpenTable? Go back to the old school charm of connecting with your customers or your guests.
Well,
and having them call and really just having a phone conversation with them.
You know what? I've seen it done before too, even in one of our restaurants. They didn't have OpenTable. They didn't run OpenTable for a long time. And I would say that they were pretty busy at the time and they connected very well with their group of people for not having an application.
Right. And you would say something like OpenTable, and it's not the OpenTable episode. We're talking about fellow restaurateurs.
Yeah, sure.
And, helping each other out. So there is a certain charm to, just like you said, you can build your business without OpenTable. And if you're not a busy place, I would personally recommend not to have a reservation system. Actually, starting with, again, I'm all about connecting with your guests, phone calls, just something, anything, you know. And if you're not a busy place and you're using a reservation platform and you're doing, you know,
you're wasting your money, you're losing
you don't really need it. And if you're the kind of place that's only busy on Fridays and Saturdays and you're shitting on Monday through Wednesdays, the great places are busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? I mean, that's really where you make 10x your profit if you're busy every day like that. And there are places like that, hence a diner, right? What do we say, diner? I mean, yeah, McDonald's, Wawa.
Diner.
Does Wawa have a sit-down place yet? I read they have a sit-down place.
I've sit down Wawa in Florida and Virginia, but not up here.
Have you had a burger at Wawa before?
Hell no.
No? Me neither.
Burger.
They have burgers.
They have burgers. They have pizza now. I'm not.
Yeah, it just ruins the whole thing for me. So do we go to our fellow restaurateurs at Wawa and tell them what we think? No, because the manager's going to look at us like, I just work here.
Yeah. It's different experiences too for everybody. Every restaurant's different. Every restaurant's going to cater to a different experience.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
And again, there is something to maybe consider if somebody comes up to you with a different opinion or a different concept for you. That's something that you haven't thought about. You know, I think that's relevant, but I don't necessarily believe that you have to adopt, you know, the 1,000 voices that are, you know, telling you how to run your business or how, you know, things should be done.
No,
you know, in your store.
You should do it for yourself. That's your business. Yeah, because it's a joke. If everybody's going to tell you how to run your own business, then you're not doing anything.
Listen,
you're just a glorified
the
manager.
beauty of being 48 is...
No, you're not 48. Fuck off.
How old?
Huh?
How old?
84.
58.
Okay.
So the beauty of being 48 and knowing until I die, I'm always looking to learn something, right? And I think my weakness is definitely in the kitchen. I wouldn't say weakness, but I would say as far as being a chef and creating something from scratch, I mean, that's just a whole world to open up. And I think I'm astute enough to hang, but not enough. So I know when it comes to the kitchen, I'll always be learning something when it comes to ingredients and food and making things happen. When it comes to like daily operations, when it comes to a P&L sheet, I feel like much more of a strength. I could argue that one of the strengths is also team building and coaching. You guys might argue that, but you want to argue that?
No.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
Not entirely. No.
All right. So what I'm saying is, especially in our industry, you're always learning. There's never, it stops, right?
You're always going to learn.
I feel like that. So again, when it comes to another restaurateur and why we're doing it wrong, I think I look up to certain people, but I think as the years go by and we grow, even as the years will go by for you guys, you know, there are people that know more than you. But the more you do this, you're going a different level every year, I think, right? And just getting more, right?
Heard.
Yeah, I think like the food service atmosphere thing, there's no right or wrong answer. So when other restaurateurs have something to say about your restaurant or vice versa, we have something to say about them because we critique in our circle as well, right?
Always.
Right. Here and there.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, yeah. What else? Anything else? No? We're done? That's it? I feel like this is like a 24-hour conversation.
24 hours? What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah, I feel like we should do a really, like, no?
I mean, we could like bust into like counter service and, you know,
takeout service.
The whole thing, because I've heard plenty of people tell, you know, me on the boardwalk about counter service or like how, you know, counter service restaurants should be run.
I have some advice for you on that.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding, my man. I'm just kidding.
But I mean, like, I wouldn't, you know, come from that perspective too and tell like is, you know, different. It's different. Everything's different.
Part 2 coming up.
Yes. Punk.
We're out.
What's up, Punk?
Got
Yeah.
Meow. Who the fuck are you?
What are you talking about?
What you got? What do you want?